Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Big Liam Reacts. Now in today's video we are reacting to American food the rest of the world finds weird. So I'm very excited about this, reacting to this, see what kind of weird foods they really are. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and let's just get into it without further ado.
When you were a kid, did you ever have that one friend in school who liked to experiment by mixing different foods together during lunch? That friend who mixed ketchup with mustard in the same dish with hot sauce, baked beans, and sloppy joes, simply because he found it funny? If you did, you probably dared him to eat it afterward, right? In all likelihood, he probably just stuck his tongue out at you and refused unless you offered him $5 to go through with it. Different combinations of food that don't make sense when put together often seem weird or gross to us, and what is construed as being gross differs across societies and around the world. What we think is delicious or disgusting is often subjective and depends largely on our culture, along with where and how we grew up. Every culture has their fair share of idiosyncrasies. This is especially true when it comes to food. Some examples of delicacies around the world include frog legs and escargot in France, which consists of snails on a platter. In Japan, you can enjoy some delicious wasp crackers and fish eyeballs.
Wasp crackers? Who looks at a fucking wasp and think, oh yeah, but I start on some fucking lovely crackers? No. Dirty. No wonder we're going through fucking pandemics. Oh, there's a wasp over there. Let me put it fucking on a sandwich. Get back into it.
Scotland, you can have your try at the popular dish known as haggis,
no,
which is basically a sheep's
heart,
liver, and lungs mixed with onions, oatmeal, and suet cooked inside the animal's stomach. You can eat kangaroo if you visit Australia. People in Thailand eat grasshoppers seasoned with salt and pepper, tastes like popcorn. And let's not forget about China, where you can eat anything from duck's feet, scorpion, starfish, to even dog or cat. There are many more examples of unique foods around the world, but you get the idea. Most of what we've listed would be considered weird for most Americans. But what about American foods that gross out the rest of the world?
Let's see.
Believe it or not, bread is one of the items that Americans eat, which grosses out the rest of the world. Whether you buy a loaf of bread for sandwiches or buy buns for hamburgers and hot dogs, many cultures don't often turn to this item as a first choice. Yet Americans love their bread.
Bread's good.
In the southeastern United States, there's a breakfast food known as biscuits and gravy.
See, that pisses me off. I've just paused it, by the way. That pisses me off because over there, biscuits is basically what we have in the UK, a scone. I'll put a picture right there right now. So that's a scone, what we have. You have it with jam, you have it with cream or whatever, right? And it's normally sweet. In America, that's the same thing, but they have theirs with gravy in like KFC and stuff. And they call it a biscuit. A biscuit's crunchy. If it's soft like that, that's like a cake. So yeah.
Here with the infographic show, we've employed many people from all over the world, including the southern United States. One of our fun, eccentric writers for the team, who came up with an outlandish idea for a flavored pillowcase, is from the state of South Carolina and swears by this meal, explaining that there's nothing she loves more than going to Waffle House and ordering herself some biscuits and gravy. She'll even eat it for dinner on occasion. She says the gravy makes the biscuits soft and moist, which makes it good to eat. She even adds butter to her biscuits despite the gravy already being on it. This combination perplexes a lot of people throughout the rest of the country and around the world. Gravy, for most people, is probably best served as a dinner topping, not a breakfast one.
Like on a roast
peculiar
dinner,
southern dish mixing a typical dinner item with a breakfast one includes chicken and waffles. Our South Carolinian says that if you visit the South and don't order this, you're missing out. It's considered almost a rite of passage for every true Southerner. Sure,
something
it may sound
sweet,
gross at
like
first,
with
she
maple
says,
syrup,
but once you
put
try it,
meat
y'all will
chicken,
wonder why
chicken.
you never thought of it before. If you like chicken and you like waffles, eating them together just makes sense. It satisfies your cravings for both dinner and breakfast on a single platter, which is just bliss. She claims she's not the only one, and pretty much everyone she knows in her region loves the stuff. The main problem with this dish, however, is having to make the choice of whether to use the gravy or syrup as your topping. Either one is a possibility, but it's probably safe to assume that most people around the world, and even in other parts of the United States, prefer keeping these two meals separate. Next, corn dogs. If you've ever been to a state fair in the United States, odds are you've purchased one or two of these. For observers in most other countries, the concept of a deep-fried hot dog...
This is what you see in films, in it all the time, when they have like mustard and sauce on it, and they bite into it, crunch it like, oh, it looks nice. But if it's one of them processed fucking hot dogs inside, I don't want it because that shit's disgusting. If it's a proper sausage inside, then I'll eat it. But yeah, these do look appetizing. I've seen them on loads of films, loads of things I've watched. There's a lot of things I want to try from America, like Popeyes and stuff like that. And oh yeah,
on a stick would sound pretty weird and perhaps even gross. We admit that saying what it is out loud does sound a little disgusting. Yet many Americans go crazy for a good corn dog. A food that confounds a lot of people is grits. Even the name doesn't sound all that appetizing. If you don't know what grits are, you're not alone. It's essentially a corn-based porridge made of coarse cornmeal. Once again, this is mainly a southern dish, so we consulted our favorite southern writer who says that she's grown up eating the stuff. She claims that if you live in the South and have never tried grits, people look at you with surprise on their faces. She loves to eat grits as a side with her breakfast, and a popular dish in her area includes shrimp and grits. She says it's not as gross as it sounds, but it may be an acquired taste for those who just aren't used to it. Given her affinity for these foods, one can't help but wonder how she managed to avoid obesity. Nevertheless, people from other places around the world would probably think the texture of grits is too odd for consumption. Okay, we think we've picked on our southern dweller enough for now, so we'll redirect our attention to a dish served on the opposite end of the country, in the southwestern side of the United States. That is, southern fried rattlesnake. Yeah, you heard that right.
What's going on?
It's said to taste like frog's legs. The meat is often boiled off the bones before dipping in an egg yolk covered in salt, flour, and breadcrumbs. It's a deep-fried meal that grosses out a lot of people who aren't used to it. A more widespread delicacy around the United States is the Hershey's chocolate bar. To many Americans, Hershey's chocolate tastes...
I've tried that. Terrible. So I've seen a lot of Americans go, oh, Hershey's so good. It's the best chocolate ever. So I ordered some once, right, for a video. And that chocolate tastes like the cheap ones we get from the dollar store, if you want to call it a dollar, Poundland. But if you're American, dollar store. So you go into like a cheap store where everything's like a pound or a dollar, and you buy the chocolate from there. That's how Hershey's taste. No cap. Only the plain one. I've only tried the plain one. Now, you try dairy milk. Game changer. And I know it is, because I've seen Americans try Cadbury's, like English Cadbury's, not the American Cadbury's, and they're like, oh, it's fucking lovely. Like, honestly, they love it. And a lot of people have said, even the Milky Bar chocolate, they've said, oh, it's better than Hershey's. So to everyone that loves Hershey's in America, I feel sorry for you, because dirty.
It's incredible, and odds are that if you have a girlfriend, she's probably sent you out on an errand or two to pick up some for her at some point.
No, she hasn't.
From outside the United States, however, surprisingly report the brand as pretty poor excuse for chocolate. They complain that it has a tangy flavor and that
exactly
it's too
what
sweet.
I just said.
Nevertheless, many Americans continue to love it, and we don't think this will change anytime soon. Our
You're
next dish
out.
on this list is meatloaf. It may seem
what
unsurprising for those of us who were forced to eat it as kids whenever we paid a visit to Grandma's house. Like grits, the name in itself does not sound too appealing. You may have a friend or family member who manages to make a delicious version of the stuff, but for many of us, the 3 words, eat your meatloaf, grinds our ears. A popular sandwich in America that's considered really weird across other countries is that of peanut butter and jelly. Many people in the United States grew up...
Now this... Right, this happened recent as well. So this, I always thought like, why would people do that? Like, there's something wrong with you. And I've seen people have it for time in American movies and TV shows, and some of my friends that live in America. Peanut butter jellies for tea, or peanut butter jelly sandwiches before bed. Now, people over the UK, they literally thought it meant peanut butter and jello. So do you know the wobble stuff, the jelly that wobbles on a plate? They thought they meant that, which it's not. It's actually jam over in the UK. Like the strawberry preserves that you spread on your bread, it's actually that with peanut butter. So I tried this for a video, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna hate this. I had a bite, and I was like, wait, let me just try it again. I was like, wait, let me just try it again, just to make sure. Oh, it's all gone. I flipping loved it. Now this is an elite sandwich right here. This is like when you was a kid, you used to always have like jam sandwiches and stuff like, oh, can I have a sandwich, mum? Yeah, we'll do your jam sandwich. Like if you were your friends or whatever, just quick, simple sandwich. Add some peanut butter on that, game changer. Like, oh my goodness. Especially like the crunchy peanut butter as well. It gives it more texture. But But yeah, it's amazing. I've had it so many times now. So yeah, this is definitely one I love.
Up eating this as children, and some of us still enjoy consuming it as adults, especially when we don't feel like cooking. It's a very simple meal. You just take 2 slices of bread, slap some peanut butter on one and jelly on the other, and then crush the 2 pieces together into a delicious sandwich. For people in other countries, however, the combination of peanut butter and jelly seems nasty. They complain that the flavors should not mix together, and many are even more unimpressed with the choice of white bread that most Americans choose. Yet it continues to be a common childhood favorite. So what else is common in America but weird everywhere else? Believe it or not, Pop-Tarts make the list. It's another one of those quick meals that many Americans love. All you have to do is take it out of the package, pop it in the toaster, and it's ready to eat. People in other countries, however, view this popular snack to being so sweet that it's sickening. The crust tastes almost like cardboard to them, and the sugar and frosting go way overboard for their taste buds.
The crusting and stuff like that just tastes like cardboard.
We'll go ahead and wrap up our list with root beer and sweet potato casserole. Other people...
Root beer. That's another thing I had not long ago. See, I tried it once for a video, for an ASMR video. Absolutely hated it. So I thought I'd try it again. Right? Put it in the fridge this time for about 2 hours. Poured it out and I loved it. Well, I didn't like it at first. Halfway down the can, I loved it. So, for the people that's never tried root beer and the people in the UK, if you've ever sprayed deep heat muscle relaxant spray, you know what it smells like. Do you know that smell you get? It's a weird, unique smell. It's what we use in the UK. It's like if you've got like aching muscles or you pulled a muscle or something, you spray it on and it like warms up your muscles and stuff, and it's got a really powerful smell. Well, I'm not joking. I mean it with fucking everything I say. Root beer, taste how that smells. No joke. So that muscle relaxant spray tastes, that smell is what root beer tastes like. Trust me. But I'm starting to like it a little bit. Now, what confuses me is is it a root beer float or something where they dip ice cream in it? I don't understand that, because that's just like curdling or something. It's like putting milk in Coke. Like, I don't understand that. Anyway.
People around the world complain that root beer tastes too much like a bizarre combination of licorice and wintergreen, though it's actually made from the bark of the sassafras tree. Also perplexing to people around the world is that many Americans enjoy root beer floats, a combination of a drink with vanilla ice cream. For those who enjoy sweet potato casserole, you might be interested to learn that other cultures think it's revolting. People in other countries point out that sweet potatoes already taste sweet, so why add more sugar to them and cover them with marshmallows? Needless to say, it sounds pretty gross to those who are unfamiliar with it. Do you agree with our list?
Wow.
Did we miss?
So let me know down below which one you thought was the weirdest one. And if you want me to react to more videos like this, comment down below, like the video. Let's get it out there. And I just want to say to all you Americans out there, if you ever watch this, I love you all. I've got nothing against Americans. I actually love the country. I'd love to move there. But yeah, it was interesting watching this. And we'll try and find more in the future maybe. But yeah, guys, I'll catch you all soon. Take it easy, stay safe. I'm out.